Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to make fresh roasted asparagus. It's a very, very simple recipe, very healthy and very delicious. So these are the ingredients you're going to need. Of course, you're going to have the fresh asparagus. You're going to have olive oil, Parmesan cheese, garlic, salt, pepper, and then lemon for drizzling afterwards. So here we go. I'll show you how to make it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is chop and mince about 3 or 4 cloves of garlic. We're going to chop that up. I can't find my garlic press. I had 2 of them, so I'm just been chopping. So after we chop and mince the garlic, the next step will be grating about 4 or 5 tablespoons of fresh Parmesan cheese. It doesn't have to be exact, but approximately 3 to 4. And I guess it depends on how much asparagus you have also and how much of everything you want. Okay, so this is like a super simple recipe, but it's really good and it's worth teaching you because it's one of my favorite green vegetables. So I went and got another pan to put this in because the other one wasn't deep enough. So what we're going to do is we're going to put about, say, 2 or 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to pour it over the asparagus. And then we are going to toss it. So just toss it all over. Okay, there is one step that I had to go back and do, and that was to cut the ends off of the asparagus. I was supposed to do that before I poured the olive oil on. So I went back and did it. So I went and trimmed off the ends, which is important because they're tough and all you want is the tender part of the asparagus. So now what we're going to do is add the rest of the ingredients. So we already added the olive oil. Now we're going to add all the garlic that's been minced. And we're going to add the cheese, all the Parmesan cheese. And now we're going to put about a teaspoon of salt over the asparagus. And probably about a half a teaspoon of pepper is what it calls for, but I'm just going to use cracked pepper. And it's going to be about a half a teaspoon. So now that we have everything we need in there, we're going to re-toss it again. We could add a little bit more olive oil, but I put more in the first round, so I don't need to add more. Sometimes you put less in the beginning, and then so you go back and add more, but I put. Okay, last thing we do now is put this in the oven. Everything has been added and tossed. That was the very last step before it goes in the oven. So your oven should be preheated at 425. After this goes in, it'll be anywhere from 12 to 15 minutes at 425. So there's our asparagus in the oven. I'm going to set the timer now. I just took it out of the oven and they turned out just right. They're tender and soft. That took 12 minutes. You're supposed to go ahead and put it in for anywhere between 12 and 15. I went with 12 because they're very small asparagus. They're not large, and it was just right. So now you take a tablespoon of fresh lemon juice and you pour it over. And then you re-toss after you put the lemon juice in. And then you're going to add some more Parmesan cheese on it. There you go. There's your finished product. Looks like a healthy dish, doesn't it? Just kind of vegetarian. You can serve it with meat or fish, with rice. You can make a whole meal out of it. I just decided to have it just like this. Now it's time to taste. This is unbelievably delicious. Very, very flavorful with the roasted elements in it. You'll love it. Thank you.